at least once a week, okay, I lied, probably once a day, co-workers and I turn to each other after something particularly funny or odd happens and say, someone needs to be writing this down. I can't believe that just happened. In fact, we all use humor to help us cope, enjoy, and connect with the days or with life's events. An evening like this one can be heavy on emotion. So we're very excited to have Ken Valgardson with us this evening, retired teacher and touring comedian, to share his stories and perspectives. Please welcome Ken.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Ken, and I'm a teacher. Thank you, I got that. Because being a teacher is like an alcoholic. We're just addicted to it all our lives. I'm retired, but how did I become a teacher? Let me tell you, a teacher is the most important person around. Now, is the mic working? Yeah, okay, so I'm also the guy that's the one making sure all the mics are working, because we couldn't hear Mark, so that's my job. So now I don't have my beginning anymore. Now, see, I always loved comics, comedians. Here's how old I am, and they've got me up one of the first ones, because I'm old. They think I'm going to fall asleep before the Oilers game. Let's get him out before he naps. But I started loving stand-up comedians. I watched the Ed Sullivan Show. The Ed Sullivan Show for the comedians. Yes! Who are these Beatles that are interrupting? And these girls are screaming while two people are trying to perform a skit that I want to watch. So I would perform whatever they did to my friends. But that was it. Just my friends. I couldn't stand up in front of people. In grade 12, I could not stand in front of my class and do a presentation. They'd laugh at me because the paper would be shaking. I'd be beet red and I'd be stuttering. How am I ever going to become a stand-up comedian? How am I ever going to become a teacher? Mrs. Bailey, in the second semester of grade 12, was my food science teacher. And we had to do presentations, and I don't like presentations. She says, you entertain these people, make it entertaining. And she pulled that out of me. She pulled that little shyness and gave me the confidence to actually talk to people. And I actually was able to do it. So there was no place to do stand-up comedy in 1974 when I graduated from high school. So I went to university. Yeah, I went through a few different things, and then I went into the Faculty of Education. And one of the first things you have to do is you have to do a presentation so they know you can stand in front of people and talk. Yeah. Well, I just told a story of how I broke my leg and made everybody laugh. Got through that. I go, hey, that's pretty good. So when I did my student teaching, I had somebody from the university say, no. You have to be serious. You have to sit there and you have to scold them and no, there is no even smile. So my first round of student teaching, she wrote the word adequate throughout it. I go, say good or bad? She goes, you're adequate. Most of the people left her and got a different advisor. I thought this wasn't going to work, so I kept her. And I taught the way she wanted it. Oh, and I got a better little mark. And I put my applications out. I didn't want to teach at a city school. I wanted rural Alberta. I wanted farm kids. And I went out there and I started teaching. 1978, Roseland, Alberta, my own classroom. Yes, my own classroom. This is it, 1978, this 21-year-old kid this is what teaching does to you. I had a 29-inch waist and 36-inch legs. Now I'm square. That's what teaching will do to you. And I thought, wow, this is great. I had animals in my classroom. And I had the monster grade 8 class. Every school has that. I had the monster. They were just horrible, and there was a knock on the door. And I didn't have a tie that day, so I had an iguana, a live iguana, and it was on right there. And I opened the door, and there was the superintendent of schools. Looked down at the iguana, looked up at me, He said, I'm coming in to evaluate you in 10 minutes. I looked at the monster class and was ready to grab the iguana. And then I go, no, this is my classroom. This is how I do it. I left the iguana on there. And then I go, oh, the class afterwards, I put mice in one of the desks because it was 78. And so there was mice in there because I knew that girl would scream and I was teaching fight or flight. He came in and he evaluated. I did pretty good at the monster grade A's. Then the next class come in. There was a knock at the door. And he was going through all the kids' books. And I go, oh, okay. And I told this kid to knock on the door right away. And I said to the class, oh, somebody forgot their books. Check in your desks. He was right behind the girl I knew that would scream. She opened it up and just a blood-curdling scream. I thought I killed him. I had the class take your heart rate, do all this, write down your observations. He was back there going. His evaluation of me was Mr. Valgardson, the first class, the zoo class. It said, the class did not take their eyes off of Mr. Valgardson. Because everywhere I walked, they watched the iguana. And see all the lessons, and I went, yeah, because I thought, look, I'm going to do it my way, or else I'm going to go into radio. You don't like it, this is my classroom. And I taught that way for my career. 35 years I taught. In 1998, I got an Excellence in Teaching Award. And you think you got a stand-up comic. I was a stand-up comic while doing teaching. So I've been a stand-up comic for 33 years now. And let's see, finally had a place. And yeah, because that's the key thing. It's find you. Find you and go into that classroom. And oh, I love teaching. And every one of you that sent a kid to kindergarten or grade 1, I know what you did the last 2 weeks in August. You retrained your child, didn't you? You held them lovingly. You looked them in the eyes and said, whatever you do around the house, don't do in school. If it's itchy, don't scratch it. Don't pick your nose. You're representing our name. They know your parents. Go. That kid's in grade 1 is like, so what are we doing today? And never send your daughter wearing a dress or this happens. This is the future Miss Canada I'm looking at. And in my career, I taught grade 1 through 12. When I retired, I decided, oh, I'm going to be a substitute teacher. Remember how you ate the substitute teacher alive? Imagine one that's used to drunks in a nightclub. Yeah, I get that kid that tried to pick on me and I make him cry, the day would go perfect. But then I got a call for the 1 grade I've never ever taught. Kindergarten. I will never ever set foot in a kindergarten again. I have never ever seen that much snot eaten in that. And one kid I called Popeye, he just sat there going. And I've had a child, so when a kid said, smell my finger, I knew not to. Don't ooh, that's your lovely little children. Yeah, have you ever wondered why the kindergarten teacher and the grade 1 teacher get the best gifts? It's to shut them up. Yes, because you know what I love about grade 1s? They tell us everything. I had a kid in grade 1 go, Mr. V, I saw my mom and dad in the bathtub together last night. That's cute. That's what they tell us. But I was in a rural school, so I taught that kid for 9 years. For 9 years, I had parent-teacher interviews. And they sat across from me. You go to a parent-teacher interview, the teacher's got a grin on their face, your kid talked. They're visualizing the story while trying to talk to you. And they love their teachers in elementary. Then they hit junior high, and those hormones react with the polyester. Junior high girls, what a species that is, isn't it? It's like, boys, 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 boys. I coach them in basketball. I show them how to do a layup. I ask for questions. I usually get, what kind of makeup goes with spec? Oh wait, I did my impression of a junior high girl wrong. First of all, you ever notice junior high girls lose their fingers? Here's a junior high girl telling you her day. if she still speaks to you. Because they won't speak to you from grade 8 to grade 11, because you're an adult. They'll just roll their eyes in front of you and text. They'll speak to you again in grade 12 because they want a truck for grad. So he's a junior high girl telling you her date. So like I was waiting for the bus, like literally, I was like literally waiting for the bus light, and like the bus light came up and like stopped, and I literally had to take like 2 steps to like get on the bus light to literally get, so like I like got on the bus light, and like I like looked around, and I like had to sit beside zip face John, like whatever, text, selfie. None of my junior high girls spoke like that. They were good parents like you. They were. They phoned me and they said, we've tried everything. Mr. V, how did you do it? It's easy. Tell the story back to them the way you spoke when you were in junior high. So for my generation, it would be, just wait, man. Just wait, man. Okay, man, just wait. So man, just wait. Okay, so man, this bus comes rolling on up, man. And that, the wheels are going this way, and it looked like they were going this way. And then the bus stopped and went, and farted, man. So man, I got on the bus, man, and I scoped the scene, man, and I sat beside a dude with zits. Groovy. She'll look at you and go, that sounds stupid. His first year teachers, I speak to them every year. It's been Mark and myself, back to back all the time. And they have beautiful sayings they must learn in university. I don't know, it's just like, children are like flowers. Each one will bloom individually. I taught for 35 years. Children are like farts. You can handle your own, but other people's are unbearable. I made everything hands-on. You think, oh, it's stand-up comic in class. No, I was strict. I taught that curriculum. I really liked it. I loved being in the classroom. But you know what? If you misbehaved, you disrespect me. I'm going to get you back. I am. And I didn't have a seating plan. Do I have any former students in here? Yeah? No? Yeah, I didn't have a seating plan. You know why? Why take those kids and move them all over the class and have to discipline all over? They'll just sit all together. Yeah. And then you just have to discipline one area. And then I get back at them. The day before they write a test or a quiz, I drink 4 or 5 dark ales. Have some sauerkraut, some French onion soup, a pickled egg, and then while they're writing it, I crop dust them. And there's not a toilet in here, kids. Oh, yes. Well, and I taught biology in high school. And kids in high school, I love high school kids. How come we're taking this stuff? We'll never ever use it anyway. I'm paid to answer questions. I say, in case you're in a room full of adults watching Jeopardy, you won't look like a dork. Maybe you'll get out of grade 1 and who's smarter in the 5th grade, or you are the weakest link. Goodbye. I taught biology. Now, it's interesting what education is doing today. Biology 30, we have a government exam which 50% of the kids marks. Now it's 30. But the education system says we can't give kids zeros, because that could hurt their feelings. Every kid gets a ribbon. Go to the playground at the end of the track meet. It's full of participant ribbons. The kids don't like them either. When I went to a track meet, you know what I had on my chest? Nothing! You know what that's called? That's called a zero. And you know what I learned from it? I'm not an athlete. I better be funny. So every kid passes, but then we get to grade 12, we gave them a government exam with 50% of their mark. And we as teachers do not know the questions on the test. It's from the curriculum. And there's 2 problems with the biology curriculum. Number 1 is terminology. Every word has 2 or 3 other words that could be used. We don't know which one to be on the test. So we have to stop the class and go, it can be this word, or this word, or this word. And number 2, there's a reproduction unit. And there's one parent in every school that's very concerned, and I respect that. I got the curriculum out, I go, physiology, my job. Values are your job. Sit down with your child after biology, talk about what they learned, and put your values toward that. That one parent came 1 unit early. Couldn't figure out why. The day before, I started teaching digestion. The first stage of digestion is chewing. Scientifically, chewing is called mastication. This parent was just livid that I had the audacity to teach their child about mastication. Me. So I told her the truth. I told her I masticate 4 or 5 times a day. Sometimes between classes. Your kids even caught me nibbling on my wife's sticky buns. But anyway. So people say, how can you go from having a full-time teaching job, full-time stand-up comic, an MBA, comedian, and work 1 to 2 hours a day? I got hobbies. I took up fly fishing, so now I go to wholesale sports, and I go to all those sports stuff. I don't look at fishing equipment. It's all city people wearing camouflage, and I bump into them and go, oh, sorry, I didn't see you. And blended into the kayak so well. But that's it. One teacher helped me get my dream. Helped pull out that shyness. One teacher. And every one of you have 1 or 2 or 3 teachers that did it. And I am proud when I walk out and say, I am a teacher. Thank you.